What up guys, how's it going? Glad to have you back for another AKIRA chapter review. Today we'll be looking at chapter 3, which I'm deciding are pages 53 to 76. Last time, I said I would do some research into the mangaka Katsuhiro to find out about the queer messaging in the last chapter, and probably to no one's surprise, I didn't find anything. Literally all I found is that he was credited with the quote, "Abandon hope, all ye who enter, no women's bathroom," which is literally just the graffiti from the last chapter. Also, just out of curiosity, I looked up the LGBTQ+ rights in Japan, and yeah, while it's not illegal to be in a same-sex relationship, it's definitely not legal to get married. So I'm going to stick to my theory that Katsuhiro was an ally and trying to show that things may not go well politically, but at least queers can be out and proud. I just don't want it to be another queer joke for comedic effect. Big sigh. Another quick housekeeping thing, the way the last chapter was broken up, I feel like it could have been multiple chapters, so I'm kind of thinking of breaking the chapters up more to make the video smaller and maybe a bit more manageable. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure yet. If that's something you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments. Okay, and last thing before we get into the review, I just want to say that this chapter goes hard, and I'm issuing a trigger warning now for gun violence. If that's something you're sensitive to, just be warned, and I'll shoot another warning before it's shown. And with that, grab some cereal, and let's get into the chapter review. So last chapter ended with the explosion that knocks cocky Canada. So last chapter ended with the explosion that knocks cocky Canada and co on their asses while 26 seemingly escapes. This chapter opens with a patrol helicopter spotting the fire and calling in an emergency to their firefighters while moving in for a better view. Basically, the military force is alerted to Canada, 26, and K because Canada wanted to fight a kid. We then get introduced to another new character whose name escapes me. He's like a general and head of the military. He's chilling in the back of a car while two dudes with dope hair and sick sunglasses fill Meathead in on the situation and ask if he thinks it's 26 that caused the explosion. Meathead is looking stoic while his goons discuss 26 and how long he's been gone, and also let us know that 26 is about to go critical. Then we're back to the streets with Canada. The military are ushering people away, and Canada is hiding, peeking out from an alleyway. One of the guys from his crew is holding his arm in pain, and the other asks why they need to hide, which at this point is kind of my question too. I mean, there's a big enough crowd, I'm sure they could escape. However, Big Brain Canada tells them that basically they could get singled out easily and that the military wouldn't believe them if they claimed innocence. Alright, so in just the first 3 pages, we kind of get a lot of info about what's going on. 1, the military is clearly doing something shady with 26, some sort of experimentation, and they know a lot about him considering they have determined he'll be critical soon. And 2, Japan is clearly moving towards a military dictatorship. Okay, maybe I'm reaching, but the military has taken over the police force, or at least they seem to be everywhere the police should be. Anyway, we get some good back and forth from Canada and crew. I do enjoy their dialogue. They're super expressive. I love the way they're drawn. Very comedic, very cartoony. Canada's boys ask if Canada thinks 26 had something to do with the water tower. Oh yeah, and it is a water tower. I knew it, called it. Okay, cool. But yeah, they ask if Canada thinks 26 caused the explosion, and Canada spots Kay and bolts after her, saying she must know, and has his goons stay back. This chapter has a lot of chasing, just so you know, so it's gonna move real quick. We then get some cool panels of the futuristic buildings in Neo-Tokyo, and while 26 is running, we can see just how run down the city has become. Just as 26 starts to make friends with some rats, Daddy Ryu arrives. And just like I said, it's moving quick. We're gonna have a lot of jumping between the characters and the military. Back to the military in Canada, the military decides to split up to cover more ground as they've got orders to capture 26. Canada comments on how strange the military presence is as he slips through the crowd to find Kay. Canada spots Kay and begins running after her, which draws the attention of the patrol helicopter, which does mean the military is gonna be close behind them. Back to Daddy Ryu and 26. 26 hurls a crate at Ryu, smashing against the wall right behind him. Ryu pleads with 26 to chill out, telling him that he's with the guys who busted 26 out. 26 seems to buy it, asking about the men in the white coats. Before we get any clue into what that means, Kaneda then arrives and immediately forgets he's chasing Kei as he squares up to fight the kid again. My guy is so ADHD. Ryu pulls a gun on Kaneda right as the military arrive. Everyone runs, Ryu's with 26, and Kaneda's by himself. Kaneda has to be hella scared right now being chased by the military, and now guns are involved. Ryu starts blasting at the military, and Kaneda runs himself into a dead end. However, someone shows up behind the soldier who was chasing Kaneda. Okay, trigger warning. I don't know exactly how long the sequence of events is going to be, or how long this is going to be on the screen for, so go ahead and look in the description to see the timestamps and skip to that. Okay, gonna assume everybody did it. Alright, and this mystery person, turns out it's Kei. She gives the man no real warning and domes him. Kaneda is stunned, and Kei, for some reason, forces him to tag along. Back to Ryu and 26, they're running further into the crowd trying to lose the soldiers. Meathead gets word that they have eyes on 26, and Meathead is not happy. He sent a military force, and they couldn't capture 26. So he tells them it's time for the big guns, Masaru. Back to Kaneda and Kei, they're running through the sewers to avoid the military, and Kei wants Kaneda to spill the beans on how he knows 26. And Kaneda just wants to flirt. Completely forgetting she just shot someone, Kei holds Kaneda at gunpoint, saying, "You're coming with me," and Kaneda just says, "My pleasure." He's big simpin'. Meanwhile, Ryu is fighting for his life, surrounded by soldiers on a bridge. Meathead arrives via helicopter, very dramatic, and Ryu tries to get 26 to run, but 26 isn't looking too good. I mean, he never really looks good, but he's gasping and probably going critical. Things do not look good for Ryu, and we get word that Masaru is 20 minutes out, so things aren't looking good for 26 here either. He's getting double whammied. And end of chapter. Okay, wow, that went fast. 5 out of 10 capsules for sure. This chapter had a lot more in it, like the fragility of life, and we get a look at how damaged this society is, how damaged its youth is, because Kaneda, who's 15, is pretty much unfazed by watching someone die. I mean, yes, he did pause for just a moment and ask if that person was okay. Clearly he's not, so it had to have affected him somehow, but he does not stop to think about it. He's just go, 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 which I feel like that would be something very traumatizing. However, I think this just shows how damaged the society is. And then we get a look into the military and how they seem to be using children as science experiments. I also want to know what it looks like when 26 goes critical. I mean, I hope it's not bad like in the movies, but I feel like it could be very interesting. The art for this chapter was on point as per usual, and I seriously hope Daddy Ryu makes it out because he's filling the role of that guy from the movie who gets blasted in the film in like the first 10 minutes. I also want to know about Masaru and why they're the military's puppet when it seems 26 absolutely does not want to go back, even at the risk of going critical, which looks super uncomfy. I really hope we get a breakdown of the psychic powers and how they work, and I really want to see more of the politics of this world too. It seems the military has a lot of control in this situation. Anyways, I changed my mind. 6 out of 10. Definitely a lot of food for thought. Okay, but that about does it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subby, and noti bell so you don't miss out on the next few chapters. Please share with all your friends, and if this was your first video with me, then don't forget to go check out the first 2 chapters. Sorry, audio is a little rough in those first 2 videos, probably in this video too, but I'm figuring it out. Anyways, thanks again. I'm gonna go gobble down a bowl of cereal. Peace.